Wait. Tapping out letters in Braille? Wait, what? Why is that sticking out to me? There's some mention of Braille before. There was some mention of Braille. I think, wasn't one of the sons blind? I saw there's some mention of, I'm pretty sure one of the sons was blind.
Hold it!
In Braille. That's how you wrote all of them. That's right. I have the tools to do so in my cell. Huh? So you have special tools? Special tools? I never thought about it before, but I guess that makes sense. What exactly did you write about, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, this and that. General chit-chat. And chess moves, of course. Wrote the chess moves in Braille, too. That's interesting. Speaking of chess moves, how does that piece you card move? It's a dog. Perhaps we can talk about that later. For now, I'd like to know what happened when the letters stopped. I sat in my cell and tried to imagine what he might have gone. Okay, nope, I still don't get it. Who does he mean? Who's this puppy he keeps talking about? Who indeed? It seems not even Mr. Connors knows his true identity. So we should focus on what we do know, that there was a connection between the two of them. Particularly interested in how the connection was maintained. So it has to be that last one. So there has to be a different correspondence chess game, because this isn't Braille. This isn't in Braille.
Objection!
You said that you wrote all of your letters in Braille. Is that correct? I don't mean to be rude, Mr. Prosecutor, but you do know about my condition, don't you? That's odd, because the chess diagram we found in Knight's cell didn't contain any Braille at all. Really? But surely that's impossible. How so exactly? Maybe someone typed Mr. Connors' letters out on purpose. Meaning there may have been some sort of intermediary between the two of them. Intermediary. Yeah. So then... Mr. Connor says he wrote his letter in Braille, and yet... The letter received by Mr. Knight contained no Braille at all. That suggests that there must have been a third party who typed Mr. Connor's letter out. I guess it could have worked the same way on the flip side too, right? Whoever it was, it could have taken Knight's letters and turned them back into Braille. They could have indeed. So it's someone else. So it's not Knight, okay. I think you and Mr. Knight were both communicating with this person, Mr. Connors. Mr. Connors, the answers you received. They were written in Braille too, yes. So some mysterious middle person really was retyping Bronxer's missives. And that same person might well be our secret string puller. Wait, you're trying to say there's another hidden mastermind behind the whole thing? So who's this new one? Bronco Knight, the son of Artie Frost, is already dead. It's the other son. So it can't be Rook then. It's whoever the other person was. But what if the other child from the incident 18 years ago was actually who we've been looking for? Carmelo Gusto's son? But who is he? And where is he? If Night was Frost's son, Gusto's son would have to be. Known him since we were kids, when both of us were all alone. Doesn't have any family, you see, just like me. Him, but surely not. Okay, hold on. There's no way it's Eustace. There's no way. There's no way this is him. Is it? Cause like it's process of elimination. It leaves it to him. Like he knew Bronco. They're the same age. Oh no. Please tell me I'm wrong. Please tell me I'm wrong. Please tell me I'm wrong. Of course. It all makes sense. I know exactly who our so-called mastermind is. What? Who? You have to tell us. I can hardly believe it, but it's somebody we know rather well. Okay. Process of elimination, because it's obviously got to be a guy. Lang makes no sense. There's no way it actually is Lang. That would be extremely weird. Eddie's too old, and so it can't be him. Eustace is too young. Will, why the heck would it be Will? He's dead. Excelsius is too old. Bronco's dead. You're here. I don't think it can be the killer. The killer doesn't really make any sense for me. Is it seriously Simon?
Take that!
What? It has to be. The person behind all this. The person who forced Chairman Winter's hand by sending him the letter to Rosie Winter. The person who kidnapped Sean and bugged Kay and myself. The person who did the strangest thing of all. Who drugged Kay by carrying her up to the roof of a big building. It was the monster. What? Did you really just say what I thought you did? Yes, the monster. That was the key to unmasking our mastermind. Oh, I almost forgot. We're doing a new show soon. I'd love if you could come, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, be joining Regina on stage for this one. That's right. Very Big Circus is the biggest, most fabulous event in town. You'll have oodles of fun. Miss Lloyd, could I ask a favor? Who, little old me? What kind of favor? You told us that you recorded the sound of the Torosaurus breathing fire. Proof? What kind of proof did you capture? Something on your tape recorder, perhaps? Oh, you're good, Ruffles. Sharper than a gosh dang tack. I captured the sound of big old beastie breathing fire is what I captured. It's gonna be a sound from the circus. Sure did. Like I said, I didn't precisely see the guy, but boy, did I hear him. Can we listen to the tape? Surely can. Well, let's see now. That's it. That sound. It must be what I think it is. My theory has to be correct. The truth about the monster, the identity of the person behind this all, it's all falling into place. Miss Hart, you saw a giant eye in the window of the storeroom, did you not? Yep. Send me a picture of it too. Well, even if you can't rightly see it, so well. We can't see it right now, but... Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir. Your analyzer. Can we borrow it again? Sure, but what do you want to look at, sir? This photograph right here. Gotcha. I'm on.
Eureka!
That's... See? I done told y'all. Torosaurus is his own dang self. Yes. There it is at last. The monster commanded by the architect of this whole scheme. Monster? You're finally ready to admit it? That dog were real? Big bad bones there?
Objection!
No, because that isn't Torosaurus at all. It's the eye of a different giant beast entirely. Take a look at this if you would. It's a lion's head? Oh my goodness. The very big circus flyer? Oh, wait, look! You see it. The enormous lion balloon. That's the real monster. And the sound Miss Lloyd thought was the creature breathing fire. Ah, come on. You're really gonna bring me crashing down to Earth like that? That's how balloons fly, huh? They burn gas to make hot air. They do. And our culprit was able to use that balloon to carry Kay up to the roof of a big building without ever going near the elevator. So this culprit has got something to do with the circus? Circus worker. Friend of Bronxter, son of Gusto. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're not serious. You forgot to mention trainee animal tamer. It's hard to believe. But he's the only one who's been pulling the strings this whole time. That's right. Simon Saint is the one behind all of this. Simon? But everything really... I don't believe you. We trusted him, and he trusted us. You can't tell me that he was all lies. That would be too horrible. I'm sorry, Kay. Who was that? Hey, where do you think you're going, old man? Nothing escapes you, does it, young pup? My congratulations, Mr. Edgeworth. But now that I know the truth, my business here is done. What? No, Mr. Connors, wait. Dang it, he disappeared. Are you okay, Mr. Edgeworth? Don't worry, I'm fine. But... dang you. Are you alright, Sean? He killed my dad. He did, right? There's no easy way to say it, but... sorry, Sean. It appears that he did. He won't get away with it. I'll make him pay. Somehow. Some way.
Overruled.
No, Sean. You mustn't say such things. I'm so sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. You have to forgive us both. put out a call, sir. All units are on lookout for Mr. Canis. I don't mean to hurry everybody, but we better be on our way too. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, where do you think we'll find our mastermind? I suppose you're right. We should go after the mastermind right now. He said he had to practice for the show, which I guess means he'll be at the circus. But before we leave, there's something I'd like to ask of you, Agent Lang. There is? What? Once the beast has been sighted, the next step is to plan its capture. When we arrive, there's something we need to try and find as a matter of priority. And Detective, I'd like you to look into something that's been bothering me about Sean's kidnapping. Yes, sir. I want to help too, Mr. Edgeworth. Good. There's somebody I'd like you to try and contact. If Saint really is our mastermind, we're going to need this person's help. Between our many encounters, I never suspected a thing, even though he was right there in front of me. I messed up. There's no other way of putting it, but I'm going to put things right for once and for all. Oh, hi, Mr. Edgeworth. You guys come watch the show? Hello, Miss Berry, Mr. Saint. You're a little early, I'm afraid. We're still practicing. But I'm glad you kept your promise. Yes, I remember you giving me this. That's so great. You're gonna have so much fun. I think even you'll be surprised, Mr. Edgeworth. Huh. I think you've surprised me enough for one day already. What are you talking about? Would you mind looking at this photograph, Miss Berry? That's the eye painted on the balloon you used to advertise the circus, correct? Oh, yeah. What is this exactly? I have a strong suspicion that the balloon was used by the criminal we're looking for. You do? Who's usually in charge of the balloon, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, that would be Simon. But wait, you don't mean... Simon! Mr. Saint. You took the balloon out late the other night, didn't you? Sure, I was practicing. Still pretty bad at flying it, so I needed to put in some extra hours. At night, wouldn't it have been even more difficult than usual? A strange time to decide to practice. But why else would I have taken the balloon out? What are you saying? That you weren't practicing at all. You were taking an unconscious Kate to the top of big building in order to frame her for the murder of Rosie Ringer. The security cameras never recorded Kay taking the elevator up to the roof, which means he's just gotten there another way, from the sky. And the only person able to make that happen would have been you. But Mr. Edgeworth, I don't understand. That's not all you did. You also attacked Sean at the garbage disposal area, drugged him, and carried him away. That's why you were late for the hearing at the courthouse, wasn't it? I'm sorry, but I don't know what you're talking about. Why would I do any of those things? Please, you have to believe me. I never, ever, ever did anything like that. I wish I could believe you, but I can't. And any trust I had in you has completely been destroyed. That's horrible. Why would you say that? You told me back in the jail. You said you believed I was innocent. That was a different crime, sir. You don't have to worry about that. We're friends. You know what it's like to be in your shoes. We're all part of the same club after all, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Unfortunately so. Unfortunately so, I'm afraid. Thank you for sharing such personal details with us. By the sounds of it, you've had little reason to kill Knight. If anything, you're the one most affected by his passing. And what's more, I simply don't believe a person as gentle as you is capable of murder. Rest assured, we believe you, and we will get you out of here. It's just awful. I never thought you'd lie to me. We didn't lie. I swear, Simon, You said you knew what it was like to be me. I trusted you. It hurts, Kay. It hurts so much. I'm... Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. This is Simon we're talking about. He's not a bad person.
Objection!
Unfortunately, Kay, that's not true. I see it now. That's your strategy, isn't it? With everybody. You root out their psychological weaknesses and exploit them. And without even realizing it, they'd wind up doing exactly what you want them to. Exactly the behavior one would expect from a manipulator behind all of the recent troubles. I was too blind to see it before, but you won't fool me again. Simon Saint, you are guilty of crimes too numerous to mention. Oh, so that's how you want to play it, huh? You always did have the courage of your convictions, I guess. Luckily, grinding people's self-belief into dust is kind of a hobby of mine. Well done, all of you. Well, there certainly is a side of him we haven't seen before. So much for the trainee animal tamer who wouldn't hurt a fly. I guess that was all an act. But I'm glad we'll finally get to meet the real you. Simon, this can't be true, can it? Truth, lies, what does it all matter? Huh? All you need to know is that Mr. Edgeworth here has made made me very mad indeed. And now he's going to pay. Sure, I went up in a big balloon a couple nights ago, but I was just practicing. I guess somebody took a picture when I flew by a big building. I fly around the area doing promo stuff for the circus all the time. Nothing to see here, Miles. Nothing at all. So you go up in the balloon reasonably often. Yeah, promoting the circus like I said. Is that true, Miss Berry? Well, it's true that Simon's job is to go up in the balloon and spread the word. I guess just about everybody in the area would have seen him up there by now. Well, the same balloon was used in the commission of a crime. Nonsense. I just happened to be in the area when it happened. Somebody took a picture when I was floating past a big building, that's all. I'll be the judge of whether you just happen to be nearby. Thank you very much.
Hold it!
This balloon, do you usually launch it from here at the circus? No, you need a wide open space. There's a park over by Sunshine Coliseum. Sunshine Coliseum, huh? That's where I usually take off from. I see. And how do you get the balloon to the park to launch it? Not by hand, that's for sure. That thing must weigh a few hundred pounds. It's kind of impressive that it can even get off the ground, now that I think about it. I'd prefer if you didn't change the subject. How did you transport the balloon? Wow, give a guy a break, will ya? It's not like I'm getting miles off track. Sheesh.
It was right in front of us at the beginning of the case.
Use a truck, okay? You just load it on the back and you go away. And away you go. A truck, you say? Yeah, last time I took it out would have been 2 days ago. That could be important. Better keep that in mind.
Objection!
This truck. It wouldn't happen to be blue by any chance. Huh? So what if it is? We happened to see a blue truck ourselves, just today. One was a large basket loaded on the back. If that was the truck you told us about, then your statement about it having not been moved in 2 days is a lie.
Oh, Emma's here too.
Hey, delay. Emma.
There you are, Mr. Edgeworth. At last. I've been trying to find you ever since we wrapped up the case yesterday. Kay sent me a message saying you were here, so I came right away.
And I found what you asked me to look for. It was loaded onto the truck in the parking lot out back. A blue truck.
Well, well. I think that the truck might be the one we saw earlier today. In fact, I'm almost certain of it.
Objection!
Objection! What? Just because it's blue? Just like a million other trucks. What makes you so sure it's the exact same one? No, I saw it too. It's the same one for sure.
Objection!
Huh? What's the matter, Mr. Edgeworth?
That wasn't me. Worthless are the words of a man who can't back up his claims with evidence.
Wow, you sound just like him.
Show me. I demand proof. Must be able to provide it somehow. It's the same truck, I'm sure of it.
Huh? What are you doing, Mr. Edgeworth? Why are you touching the truck?
The engine's cold, which means it's been here for a while.
No way. You can tell it just from that?
Fingerprint dusting, he touched the truck. I like to have the truck dusted for fingerprints. Huh? Why would you want me to do that? Because I expect to find a very specific set of prints. And if I do, it will prove beyond all doubt that it's the same truck I saw in front of big building. Whose prints will prove that the truck we saw. Yours? You think you're gonna find your own prints over there? I do. Because I put my hand on your truck when I saw it in front of big building. Let's see what we can find, shall we? Emma, could you lend us your scientific skills one more time?
That's why I'm here. One moment, please. All ready. Take it away. Take it away, Mr. Edgeworth.
Huh? Me?
Of course. Who else did you think was gonna do it? Don't worry, it's easy. I'll show you how.
Fine. Yeah, no. I understand it. Yeah, thanks.
That's it. A nice clean print you got there.
Can we compare it to my prints right away?
Yep, even to me. That confirms it. It's Mr. Edgeworth's print, all right.
And with that, another lie is exposed.
So what were you doing in a truck?
Oh, just driving around. For fun, you know.
Objection!
Kay was abducted 2 nights ago, and your balloon was sighted nearby. And today, another abduction, this time, involving a truck supposedly used to transport garbage. And your truck was sighted nearby.
Objection!
Coincidence? Nothing more. You want me to believe that you were near the scene of 2 separate abductions, simply by chance? Just to be honest, you were involved in both. What makes these secrets even connected?
Objection!
A certain very important piece of evidence. That's what.
Wow, this should be good.
What connects Kay and Sean's abductions? They both had the same drug used on them.
Take that!
Kay was drugged with a dose of powerful sedative, and a bottle of sedative was found right where Sean was being held captive. The very same brand, no less.
Objection!
I knew you'd try something like this. The same sedative was used, so what? To zap you, everything's connected. You know what else I do that doesn't prove anything for sure. You must have something. There must be a piece of evidence that can tie him to both crimes. Cops, prosecutors, you, Miles, you're all the same at the end of the day. You force the evidence to fit your crime, or you flat out make it up. Just as long as somebody goes to jail. You're no different from a certain other evidence tamperer we've had the misfortune of meeting. Oh?
Objection!
No, I'm nothing like him.
Objection!
Then show me. It was your killer piece of evidence. If you even have, you must have one, right? It's no use. We don't have anything that can tie him directly to both kidnappings. Okay. Are you about done there, Miles? No more cheap shots left to fire? Great. Well, I have a show to be rehearsing for, so if you don't mind.
Objection!
Hey there. Now calm down, you two. There's no need to get all hot under the collar. Wouldn't want your good looks running down your face. Now would we, Simon, old pal? What are you sticking your nose in for? Hey, I just sensed the vibe getting a little harsh and heavy, yeah? I thought I had to lighten the mood. Help me out here, Kay. Lift our spirits with a little dose of great thief magic. You don't have to tell me twice. Okay, let me see. If I can do Simon's voice. Here it goes. Objection? What are you? Take this seriously, will you? Thought you could deal with somebody running a little interference for you, Master. Not the worst, most ethical approach. But I know, but again, Kay, again. You can worry about whether or not this is the right thing to do or later. It's my last chance to try and prove a connection between Mr. Saint and his crimes. Let's forget the kidnapping for now. Is there anything else that suggests that he is our mastermind? Of course. Connors was looking for our secret string puller too. The young pup, as he called him. If I could prove that Mr. Saint was the same young pup, then perhaps... Well, what evidence do I have that might point to him being involved behind the scenes? Can I use this here?
Take that!
I think you and Mr. Knight were both communicating with this person, Mr. Connors.
And that same person.
Might well be our secret string puller. That's right. Our mastermind was involved in Canis and Knight's correspondence chess exchanges. If I can prove that Mr. Saint was a hidden intermediary between the two of them. Alright, that's enough. This is getting painful. You don't have anything, and I have to practice for the show. So if you don't mind.
Objection!
Thank you, Mr. Fender. I can take it from here. And I can't take any more of your interventions. Oh, look at that face. Yeah, I like it. Mazzarino's back in the game for sure.
I'm Simon the funny clown, and look at me. I'm juggling.
Okay, you can stop now. Mr. Saint, you're a fan of chess, I take it? Huh? Where'd that come from? Chess? Sure, I don't hate it. Our secret string puller was playing correspondence chess with Mr. Canis.
Objection!
I thought Bronco was the one playing chess with Canis. You're saying he was your so-called mastermind?
Objection!
No, it wasn't him. Whoever it was went on manipulating events after Knight's death. Take a look at this letter, if you would. Who do you think could have written it? I believe it was the person who had inserted himself between Mr. Canis and Knight. And you think that person was me? Why would I go to all that trouble? That's crazy. To make it appear that the two men were connected and communicating directly with one another. That very fact led Beefy the guard to murder him.
What? You're saying he set that up to try and get Mr. Knight killed?
Objection!
Listen to yourself. What do you think I am? Some kind of evil puppet master? You've seen me. I can barely even get the animals to do what I want. If we could find one of the letters he passed between Knight and Canis, that would prove a connection beyond a doubt. I'd like to have your room searched. I believe we might find
Objection!
letters. You won't. Trust me. What? Yeah, come on, Edgars. He obviously after he burned every single one of them. Once I'm done with something, I put it straight into the trash. I guess I'm not a sentimental type. Why get hung up on the past, right? I must have disposed of any incriminating items in order to cover his tracks. Guess you went in without the evidence you needed once again, huh? It's a bad habit, you know. This doesn't prove anything easy. We've fallen short yet again. What do we do now? Are we out of options? You accuse me of betraying my friend? You don't even have any proof? You're despicable. Who was that?
Oh, hi.
Did Regina pull it out of the trash? Miss Berry, what does she want?
Sorry, I was thinking about what you were saying earlier, and this Knight person, I mean Bronco, right? Simon's friend?
Yes, what of it? Does she know something?
A letter came from him this morning, for Simon.
What? What? What did you... How is that possible? Knight is dead. Miss Berry, we need to seize this letter right away.
Sure, here you go. Let's open it up, shall we?
It's another correspondence chest letter.
The next move from the game was Mr. Canis.
Can anybody smell checkmate? Can't wait to see your face when you lose. But you were never going to beat me, not at chess. It's postmarked the 26th of March, the day before Knight died. And I guess it must have gotten held up en route.
Well, We do move around a lot. It's part of being a traveling circus. Our mail arrives late all the time.
Interesting that it's addressed directly to you, Mr. Saint. This isn't it, is it? This is it, isn't it? The proof we needed that you were the one facilitating Mr. Connus and Knight's games. One of the letters you would have transcribed into Braille, in order to create the illusion that they were somehow connected.
Curse you, Bronco. You're still getting in my way even now? I hate you. I hate you.
Simon, how could you? Mr. Knight was your only friend.
We weren't friends. I stopped thinking he was my friend 18 years ago.
Right around the time of the IS-7 incident, in other words.
I nearly froze to death because of him. I was just about to head out and meet my dad at the contest. But then Bronco showed up. He pinned me down and tied me up. He was crying the whole time, whining on and on. I'm sorry, my dad says I have to do this. And if I don't, what he says, he's so scared. Stop it. Stop it, Bronco. I have to go meet my dad. I promise. I'm not there to taste his candy for him. He'll be so upset. He needs me. If I don't go, he won't be able to show everybody he's the best in the world.
So Bronco's the one that tied him up.
No, he locked me in the car with him, and the two of us nearly died. He thought he could get out, but when he tried the door, it was frozen shut. We were trapped. That's how I lost my dad.
So he never lost his memory.
What?
What?
You lost your dad? Yeah, Bronco's dad killed mine. He was the son of a murderer.
What does he mean? That doesn't match up with what we know at all. So Bronco's dad was Gusto. Wait.
Yeah, that doesn't match.
Because it was yeah, wait. Was it Gusto? Yeah, Gusto was the one that couldn't taste it. Yeah, that does... Wait, yeah, that doesn't work up. Because Simon was the one that's supposed to go taste Gusto's creations, is what he's implying, because Gusto was the one that couldn't taste. Wait, what's going on here? Simon. Hey, Simon. The victim of the IS-7 was a guy named Artie Frost.
Yeah, that was my dad's name. My memories are kind of scrambled that day. What little I remember was pretty mixed up. I didn't find out until later that my dad was murdered.
The murderer was a man named Carmelo Gusto, confectioner.
Really? I never knew Bronco's father's name. Or maybe I chose not to remember. Just thinking about that sicko that killed my dad turns my stomach.
Mr. Saint, are you sure you didn't know the name of the murderer until just now?
Do you think I'd sit on it if I did? No, I'd have reported him to the police straight away. All I knew was that Bronco's dad tricked my dad. That's how I knew my dad was the one who was killed that day. Bronco was a traitor. He helped his father murder mine. He was the son of a cold-blooded killer. He deserved to die.
Objection!
I'm sorry, Mr. Saint, but you've made a mistake. A big one.
A mistake? What do you mean?
Artie Frost was a sculptor. He was working in France not so long before the murder, under the name of Paul Hilliquy.
So I hear. I don't remember anything about that. I wish I could.
Well, I'm afraid it's only natural you don't, because he wasn't your father.
Huh?
Is that your idea of a joke? Well, it's not funny. Not at all. You're right. It's not. Because you need to know the uncomfortable truth. This piece of evidence proves that you're not Artie Frost's son.
Take that!
Huh? Bronco's chess set in a ring? Yes, take a look at the ring for me if you would. What does this the engraving on it tell you? It's 2 letters, right? Yes, it is. This is the seal which Paul Hilloquy used to mark his works. And it was found next to Artie Frost's body, 18 years ago. But what would Bronco have a memento of my father? The police looked for Frost's son for a long time, and eventually they found him. The ring was handed over to the man they were able to prove was his child, Bronco Knight. That's not... What does that mean? I was... Precisely. That you are in fact the son of Carmelo Gusto. No, that can't be. My dad was... I remember, don't I? Bronco tied me up and locked me in a car. It's his fault I lost my dad. He deserved to die, didn't he? No way. No way. So I get to see you at your circus thing, even though I'm in jail? Looking forward to the next move in our little chess game. So did Justin. It was just the icing on the top. Yeah, I think you'll enjoy it. I will. Hey, come back soon, okay? I'll be mulling over my next move in the meantime. Oh, speaking of which, put a little something in your chess set. So we can take a look at it later. So Simon did put it in there! Oh my gosh! A little something. No idea what that might be. But thanks. If you hadn't detained me 18 years ago, I wouldn't have to end like this. Huh? You say something. Me? Oh, it was nothing. Goodbye, Bronco. Farewell. Oh my goodness. So he set up Bronco to die to get revenge for his father, but he had it wrong the whole time. Simon's father was the killer the whole time, and his father took Bronco's father away. Then, what was all this for? I didn't want to wind up dead too. I didn't want to be weak and vulnerable. That's why I tried to be like Connors. Why I stayed in touch with him all these years. And there we have it. The truth at last. Mr. Saint, you are Mr. Connors' correspondence chess partner. And you were the one manipulating events this whole time. You're right. It was me. It was me all along. At last, he's finally telling the truth. I was the one who witnessed the murder 12 years ago. But you knew that already. The president's assassination, just as we thought. Which means he's the one who drew the picture. And they knew it too. That's why the guard kept questioning me day in and out, day in and day out. I got so I couldn't face with what I knew the next day. It got so I couldn't face what I knew the next day would bring. I was nervous wreck. Who could blame me for wanting to get out of there? But I imagine it wasn't easy as simply running away. Winter could have sent his men after you. No matter where I went, they were on me. They never stopped coming, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. I couldn't sleep at night. Even the smallest noise had me chasing shadows. It drove me crazy. So I joined a circus. It was that way moving from place to place was part of the job. My whole life had been up against chief prosecutor and the warden of a prison. No regular person could hope to stand up to people like that. From the time I was a child, I had nobody. But they weren't even the worst of it. The body double was behind it all, controlling everything. He may have been a fake, but he was the president of the entire country. What hope did I have? There was only one person I could turn to. Connors, the man who saved my life. He wasn't like Bronco. He really did want to help me. That's quite a claim. Strange to think that our famously ruthless assassin winning the admiration of a child he saved. He showed me how to stop being a victim, stop being haunted, and become a hunter myself. And they all became my prey. But I doubt even you imagine that a body double would ever go so far as to co-opt our country's police. No. I sure didn't. As long as Winter wasn't around, no evidence was ever going to stand. And he even nearly managed to ruin things this morning. Ricardo almost got away with it again. But I know him now like the back of my hand. I could see exactly how it was going to all go down. So he saw right through their plan. How Chairman Winter would try to suppress the evidence and warn Lagarde's trial. I see. So that's why you kidnapped Sean, correct? You wanted to force a guilty verdict, regardless of the presence of evidence or rule of law.
Objection!
Maybe I did, but how else was I going to make them pay for what happened 12 years ago? Whatever helps you sleep at night. But Winter pulled one last surprise, didn't he? He tried to kidnap Sean himself in hopes of influencing the verdict. In other words, you chose the exact same course of action as the man who you so fervently claimed to hate.
Objection!
That's only if I actually kidnapped anyone at all. But I never do anything so wicked. Never ever me commit a crime? No. Besides, I don't hate the three of them. If anything, I'm grateful. If they hadn't done what they did, my revenge wouldn't have been nearly as fun.
Objection!
So you admit it. Your motive in all of this was nothing more than revenge. Sure, I admit it. So what? I despise every single one of them. But here's the kicker. I didn't kill anybody. Yeah? Well, are we sure? How did the fake die then? Most you can blame me for is writing the odd letter here and there. A quick note to Ringer to tell her about Winter. Another note to him so he knew about her. But the fact they wanted to kill each other and one of them succeeded, that's all that was all on them. So you take no responsibility for the fact of your actions resulting in multiple murders. Right? Same thing in Gourd Lake. People are much easier to control than animals, you know. The whole fake assassination plot, I handed that to Bronco on the plate. That was part of his plan too. The Rook's murder was...
Objection!
No. That was all Bronco's idea. It had nothing to do with me at all. Still, it moves things in the right direction, wouldn't you say? Isn't fate a crazy thing? You can't talk about that like that about a murder. Setting up Lagarde was easy too. I just made it seem like Knight and Connors were in contact with each other. And I slipped a chisel inside the chest set. So it was you who put that in there? Yeah, it was. I thought I might point everybody nicely in Conus's direction. Worked out pretty well if I do say so myself. I knew that it all took to make Who knew that it would be all it took to make that awful woman murder poor Bronco? I guess she got I guess she got to where she just saw enemies everywhere she looked. I know the feeling. Even the smallest thing can send your paranoia into overdrive, and then things get ugly quickly. I had a front row seat of the whole show. You were the last piece to be put into play, of course. Who? Me? You saw both cases and finally brought down Winner and Legault. I guess you could say your powers of deduction was a weapon to put an end to both of them.
Objection!
I didn't solve those cases for your sake. Sure you didn't know you were doing me a favor. You were just playing. You was being an attorney for a little while, right? What did you say? All I had to do was cower and say no, 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 no a few times. And you rode to my rescue like the hero you are. Was getting arrested a part of your plan too? No, that wasn't something I expected. I have to admit. I never thought they'd take the chisel for the murder weapon. That was a real plot twist. It made my blood run cold, for sure. But then who should come through was the turnabout and all turnabout. The greatest legal mind of his generation. My knight in shining armor. I bet it felt pretty good saving me like that, You ought to thank me, you know. I don't do that for many people.
You're wrong. He wasn't playing at being an attorney. He was trying to help you, because helping people is what Mr. Edwards does. He helped me, right when I needed it the most.
Okay.
Aw, did he?
You're sure he wasn't just trying on his dear, departed daddy's shoes for a size?
No, that's not what he was doing.
Come on, K-Master. Don't let this clown get you down. His protecting plain and simple. Painting other folks over his own grubby brush. It's not just that he doesn't trust other people. Poor kid doesn't even understand the concept. Doing something for somebody else's sake? Forget about it. He'll never understand. You think I care about what you have to say about me? Consider this for a second. I've got my revenge on everybody I set out to get it from, and yet... Think about it. I never actually did anything. What's my crime exactly? Explain it to me. You can get a pin in an indictment charge on me? Read my letters. I don't mention murder anywhere. If I did, maybe you have a case? Maybe you could say I encouraged them. But it's the same story, I'm afraid. As always, I'm afraid you can't prove I did anything at all.
That's not true. You kidnapped me.
Sorry, but did I miss the part where you proved that? All I ever admitted to was sending letters.
You.
Letters which didn't threaten, coerce, or encourage anybody to do anything. I just passed on what you might call pertinent information. He's a slippery one. I'll give him that.
There's gotta be something we can do. What about this? Excitement stuff he's talking about.
Incitement, K. It means encourage or direct another person to commit a crime. In the eyes of the law, it seems as equivalent to committing the crime itself.
So then we need to prove that he told them to do it.
You say that like it's going to be easy. Guess maybe you're not so big on due process after all. You think you can make me carry the can for the murders I had nothing to do with? Think again. I don't have to talk to you if I don't want to. In fact, why am I still talking to you?
Not so fast!
I can think of one reason. The tent is surrounded. There's nowhere left to run.
Really? You don't think I planned my escape too? What if, just to pluck out the idea out of nowhere, I trained all these vicious animals, wild beasts, to attack on command, for example? All I'd have to do is say the word, then slide off stage in the chaos. What? You wouldn't. I'm just spitballing. But you'd pay to see that, wouldn't you? I could just as easily take Sean hostage with a gun, or I may or may not have in my pocket. Yeah, you know what? That would make for a killer show. You will do no such thing. It's hard to know what lengths he might actually be prepared to go to. But knowing what we know about him already, we have to be prepared for the worst. Fine, I'll humor you. But once the curtain goes up, this little performance, it better be a lively one. Bore me and we're done here, alright? Let's see if you can entertain me, shall we? He's not going to give me an inch. But there must be something we can do. We can't let his crimes go unpunished. I don't know if these are strong enough. This hasn't become relevant again.
Hold it!
Nowhere at all. What? You didn't look? I can give you a minute if you'd like. He's clearly confident I won't find anything. Must have planned those letters down to the last word. Look, I don't want to teach you how to do your job. You can't prove I encouraged them to commit these murders. Your incitement charge goes up in the smoke. Too bad, so sad, huh, Miles?
Hold it!
I know for a fact that you made those murders happen. Yeah, there's something I need to tell you. Truth is, I was the one who made a big bad chairman winner kill little Rosie Ringer. What? You told me yourself.
Objection!
Did I? And can you prove it? If you can't, this ends here. Just ask yourself, does this sweet innocent boy have done such things you're saying? No. I hate to admit it, but he's right. Without proof, we have nowhere to go with this. It only proves that if only we could prove what he said on that phone call. Wait, can't we? Can I post it here? I'm afraid you're wrong. I have the proof that you meant for at least one murder to happen. Because you said so yourself.
Yeah, there's something I need to tell you. The truth is, I was the one who made Big Bad Winner kill Little Miss Rosie Ringer.
What? I said that? Weird. I don't remember. I know you think you can worm your way out of everything. But this time you're wrong. I am? Yes, because the conversation was being recorded. By somebody intercepting the signal from the very listening device you planted. It was...
You got your conversation with the clown here on tape? That's what you're trying to tell us?
No!
Langzy says, a steamer schemes will swallow him to the end.
Miss Lloyd, can you play us the tape, please?
You bet I can. Got it. This part right here. Mr. Edgeworth, this is Christopher's cell phone.
Who is this? You're the one who abducted Kay.
I can't hear, Mr. Edgeworth.
Sorry. It's right around here.
I was surprised as... Huh? That's weird.
Something wrong with Lloyd.
I'll say. So maybe I didn't quite catch the next part on tape.
What?
What? How could he not be on there? Aw, poor babies. You think I'd leave myself wide open like that? We'll think again.
There's something a little special about the bug, you see. It can be turned on and off remotely.
What? I never knew they make those. Remote control bugs? Sure they exist, but...
You switch it off to avoid being recorded.
Bingo! So he's admitting to it then. He's literally admitting that it's all him.
Objection!
But how? You would have had to know we were being recorded in the first place.
Objection!
And I did. Of course I did. It's obvious that someone was eavesdropping, and that's because Miss Lloyd, was it? You knew about the kid prosecutor's kidnapping without any prompting. No. You heard that whole conversation?
I did indeed, oh pal. But I must say, I thought you would have figured it out much sooner. Are you surprised to be a genius prosecutor? Now, where were we again? Oh yeah, the part where if you couldn't prove incitement, it was all game over. Well... Aw shucks. So the taping is gonna be of no use to nobody after all. Come on, I must have recorded something you can use.
If only that were true. Hey, Game Master.
Huh? Yeah?
That old buggeroo. It was in your pin that whole time, right? Not shaking anything loose from the old brain tree?
I don't know. Give me a second to think.
You're the only one who's been directly in contact with him before.
Objection!
So sad. So sad. Really flawed evidence. Relying on flawed evidence? Desperately trying to make it stick? Well, it's quite enough of that for now. Next topic, please. He's trying to steer us away from our current line of inquiry. Yeah, he knows about the bug and knows where it was. There's only one person that should know that. Kay had one-to-one encounter with him only recently. What if the sound from that point in time had been recorded? Miss Lloyd, how long were you recording the intercepts from the bug for? Started about, let's see, 2 nights back. In which case, during which time frame would we likely find Mr. Saint's voice on a tape? 2 nights ago. Mr. Saint abducted Kay and took her up to the roof of the big building 2 nights ago. What if there was a recording from around that time? Miss Lloyd, quickly, place any tape you have from the night before last.
Is it gonna be the fire sound from the hot air balloon? Oh, sure thing. That's the sound of the balloon.
Indeed it is. At around the time I imagine Mr. Saint would have been transporting you in it. Which means he can't have been too far away from you, or the bug. Is there anything else on the recording, I wonder?
Huh? Wait, that noise. That was a gunshot.
You turn the bug off then too. It seems unlikely for you. You were a little late in doing so. There's no escaping it. The gunshot ties you directly to the case.
Huh? What are you talking about? Nobody even mentioned a gun. I'm partially blanking. Where exactly was the gunshot?
He's wrong. Somebody involved in this case discharged a firearm.
Wang did.
I just need to remember who it was and present the piece of evidence that proves.
Like, okay, I've forgotten for a moment who it was. So, like, I remembered a gunshot being relevant. But yeah, it was Wang. The Wang imposter.
Take that!
It's written right here in the president's autopsy report. Traces of gunshot residue were detected on his hand. And where was Kay when the gunshot was recorded? That's right. She was in the balloon being taken by you to the top of Big Building. However, the roof wasn't deserted as you needed it to be.
Yes, I was there with the president. Wait, not long after we started talking, he noticed something and told me to leave.
And if the gunshot rang out shortly after that. Don't tell me you didn't hear it yourself, Mr. Saint.
So the gunshot was fired at him. So that means Simon had to 100% killed him.
You were just going to pretend to ignore me?
What else do you expect me to do? We keep spouting weird theories.
Not so fast!
We didn't just hear a gunshot on that tape. Listen carefully. You can hear the bullet hit something too.
Could the president have been aiming at Mr. Saint? Or would the bullet have struck?
Take that!
Struck the balloon. I think the president was firing at the balloon. And if he was, what we heard on the tape could have been the bullet hitting the basket.
Let's take a look, shall we? There it is.
A hole.
There's a bullet stuck in it.
There's a bullet hole in the bottom of the basket. I'd call that pretty conclusive proof. Well, Mr. Saint, how do you explain not just the sound on the tape, but the accompanying bullet hole. You see everything, don't you? It's pretty impressive, I have to admit. But I doubt there's anything I could hide from you if you really wanted to find it.
Just shut up and confess, will ya?
Alright, alright. No need to get cranky.